So in Miami, things are hotting up and we have a blockbuster match in the second round. We've got the new young sensation from Brazil, Joao Fonseca, and he is up against the man who is currently the reigning champion at 3 Grand Slams. It is none other than Carlos Alcaraz, the world number 1. This is the preview. Let's go through it. That's right, and if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe, and let's get stuck into this. It is Alcaraz versus Fonseca for the very first time in a competitive match. Alcaraz had a bye through the first round, and Fonseca had to play Fabian Marozsan, but he came through in 3 sets, won the first set, had the whole crowd with the Brazilian flags, all of them chanting, wearing their yellow to get him over the line. Marozsan, credit to him. He came back in that second set, really made Fonseca work for it. But in that third set, Fonseca just turned up the level again, started firing a few more winners, started using a bit more on the serve, coming into the net and finishing with conviction. It was a brilliant performance. And after the match, they obviously had to interview him. And this is what he had to say about facing Carlos Alcaraz in the next round. He said, "I'm excited for sure. I don't know the other players but me. I look forward to playing against the top players. I played last tournaments against Yannick. Now I'm playing Carlos. Just super experience." There he is, straight after his victory against Marozsan. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. Like Scott Barkley says here as well, always a man of sometimes wise words. Says, after Fonseca's great match against Sinner at Indian Wells last week, I cannot wait for his matchup with Alcaraz tomorrow. Been getting a lot of overrated accusations lately, but honestly, I'm entirely on board the hype train at this point. I think a lot of people are. They were waiting to see how he'd come back after injury, and he looks like he is pretty much firing on all cylinders. Marozsan, a very difficult player to play, and Yannick Sinner, his performance against him was admirable. 2 tie breaks, very close. Sinner had to save set points. Yeah, it just goes to show that this one isn't going to be easy for Carlos Alcaraz. And now Carlos Alcaraz somehow trying to maybe get in the head of Joao Fonseca at his press conference, rocking a Brazilian shirt there, I see. Is this a few mind games? Is he going to try and win over some of the fans in the crowd by wearing this top? The match will be on 11 o'clock if you're in the UK. So I'm not sure what time that is elsewhere, but obviously, it's all dependent on how the other matches play out too. Let's have a quick look at Alcaraz's performances at the Miami Open over the last few years. And last year, we've got to highlight it. He went out in the second round. I don't know if anybody remembers it, but I'll remind you. And it was to none other than veteran David Goffin. That's right. He defeated Carlos Alcaraz in 3 sets. Very big shock in that tournament. And then went on to lose to Nakashima in the next round anyway. Yeah, Goffin just played out of his skin. Alcaraz had to give him the credit, but shouldn't really be losing that one. And if you take a look down the list, he's sort of, since he won it in 2022, he's been getting worse. He went to the semi-finals the next year, the quarterfinals the next year, then second round last year. Surely something has to change. He is the holder of 3 of the Grand Slams right now. There's only Wimbledon that he isn't holding. So you would think he's looking to come back with a bang. He just went out in the semi-finals in Indian Wells, but he did claim a Doha title earlier in the year as well. The other previous champions who have won this, you can see Jakub Mensik, Yannick Sinner, Daniel Medvedev, and then Alcaraz back there in 2022. But powerful players with good serves look like the type of player who win this event. And Joao Fonseca is going to have his serve at its best against someone like Carlos Alcaraz. But if we think back to how he played against Yannick Sinner, surely there's a possibility here. But would Alcaraz allow something to happen again like it did last year? I'm not so sure. And we know like these big players don't like to lose, especially back to back. I don't think we'll see Alcaraz lose this match. As disappointing as it may seem for the Brazilian fans, I think that the level of these players of Sinner and Alcaraz, that when they need the win, when they need to feel the confidence, they go for it and they will get the result that they desire. So I will be going for Carlos Alcaraz to win this match, and I think he will win it in straight sets. But that's just my prediction. What's your prediction? Put it in that comment section below. Do you think Fonseca can upset Alcaraz? Does he go out in round 2 years running? Or does Alcaraz just prove there's levels to the game and you're not ready to step up to the big table just yet? I want to know your thoughts. And if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.